This is a big wake-up call for all you guys who want to get a mail order bride from overseas. Women everywhere are savages, guys. Leeches. No matter where you go, there is some lazy woman that does not want to do any work and feels entitled to a man's wallet. All you guys out there who are looking for love, trying to buy a woman's affection, will end up getting not just your heart broken, but your pockets as well. Have men become this desperate? There's tons of women in this world. I told you, we are outnumbered 3-1. Women can spot a sucker within the first 5 seconds of meeting them. This professor thought he was getting an amazing deal. A submissive wife from overseas, from Russia. You know, the ones everybody talks and raves about? His marriage didn't even last 90 days. He got his bread taken. Now he's sitting there looking foolish. Take a listen.
Dr. Jonathan Farley says there are misconceptions about mail-order brides. He saw it as a way to meet women serious about marriage, and he thought he did. He met a woman in person, had a 3-year courtship, then married her. But now he says it was all a ploy. He estimates he lost $50,000 and is asking the federal government to look into it. An accomplished mathematician, Dr. Jonathan Farley looked at finding love like a statistics problem.
There are 10 million more women than men in Russia.
He liked his odds, so he traveled to Siberia where he met a woman in an unconventional way.
So I met her in 2013. I used a mail-order bride website called ElenasModels.com. And even though they use the term mail order, no one actually arrives in the mail.
The website delivered. Jonathan met his match.
Alona Arturovna Dauksha.
She was 20, he was 42. Despite the age difference, they thought they'd give it a shot.
We stayed in touch. I sent her about 250 questions about family life, how many kids would you want to have, other aspects. And she answered all of them.
He met her parents in Turkey. They dated for 3 years, then married at the Towson courthouse. And what was supposed to be the start of an exciting chapter soured quickly.
And then her behavior completely changed. The arguments and insults, and the spending was incredible. So we went to places like Walmart, and she would spend $400. We went to Bed Bath & Beyond. She spent $900. I don't remember how much we spent at IKEA.
He says the spending continued, as well as the insults, until he hit his breaking point 3 months into the marriage. Alona wanted a new coat. When Jonathan offered to go with her to make the purchase,
she said, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money, the $500. And this alarmed me so much that I realized I have to get out of there.
Again, he tried to reconcile, but the two agreed to sign a separation agreement. Jonathan bought her a plane ticket to Turkey and gave her $3,000 to start a new life.
And she told me something cryptic, that she could have been much harder on me. I didn't think she could have been much harder. At one stage, I had a $12,000 credit card bill. I think I may have had 2 of them.
Jonathan didn't know what she meant until he went back to their apartment.
He still had a table and 3 chairs, but everything else had been taken.
He says she cleaned it out in 2 days. Looking at the empty room, it finally hit him.
All of her seemingly strange behavior then made perfect sense, that it was a scam from the very beginning, just to get the green card, just to spend as much of my money as possible. She had never intended for the marriage to work out.
He called police, petitioned the state's attorney. Both turned down his request to file theft charges. Under Maryland law, a spouse cannot steal from a cohabitating spouse. He messaged the FBI and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, but nothing came of it. He says Alona at one point even threatened him, implying she's affiliated with the Russian mafia. But maybe the biggest blow is that they still share a name.
I'm still married.
Her.
Yes, to her. So 2.5 years later, I do feel really stupid, I have to admit, but I don't beat myself up because it was a good scam.
We spoke to his divorce attorney, who said it's taken some time to finalize the divorce because Alona's out of the country. They have a hearing scheduled next month, and we were able to reach Alona. She disputes what he told us and made some accusations we were unable to verify. Jonathan said he stopped using those kinds of dating sites and he's focused on math and self-improvement.
I know this happens often. This guy just had the guts to get on TV and report it. It's laughable, but you feel sorry for the guy. Because men are just looking for love. They will go to the ends of the earth, to different countries, spend their hard-earned money, their salary. He probably wanted people, some woman out there to feel sorry for him and see his story and want to be with his goofy ass. What's messed up about all this stuff, man, this professor, he still loves that woman. I mean, you can hear it in his voice. Just listen. He thought he was getting a beautiful Russian wife that would be by his side. But we all know when it comes to women, money can't buy you love. She got rid of him. Look at his face. He didn't want to let her go. And it's hurting him. He's embarrassed. How can you recover from something like that?